What a surprise.
Gordon Shields. How have you been?
Good, brother, and you?
Oh, the Shining God has been treating me fine.
Oh.
So, you wish to talk to me?
Yeah, I've been very curious why you haven't told me you've been in the area.
Oh, well, I've been quite busy, you see. There's a particular group I'm after.
Yes, I've heard.
Oh, you've heard of some of my exploits?
Yes, you've been causing a lot of chaos for us.
Yes. I am sorry, and I'm sorry that I had to promote a few of the cultists already.
That's not for you to decide. That's for the Shining God to decide.
But Gordon, I'm the enforcer. I am the hand that clenches the sword. You see, there's a group of the Chosen that have been summoned, and we were under the impression that the Chosen were all out of soldiers, and lo and behold, they brought in 4 more. And these ones seem to be particularly important to the higher-ups, so it's my job to gather them.
Yes, we ran into them. There's 4 or 5 of them.
There's 4. Ronnie O'Connell,
Yeah.
MZ, Kelsar of the Silver Shield, and Borodon.
Yes, that's them.
I understand that I had to use a large amount of resources with the Vulgar Unicorn. But I will let you know those 2 who were turned into hounds are doing great, and they're doing the Shining God's work of hunting down these people.
Yes, your work has caused quite a commotion. Since I've been promoted to Overseer, recruitment has gone up 15%, and since you've been in the area causing chaos, it has gone down to 6%.
Yes. Those situations were unfortunate, and we didn't apprehend them, but we did learn useful information. It seems we now have a good idea of what their powers are. And that itself is a great victory.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Say, Gordon, have you been out in the field much?
I have been recruiting, brother.
Have you faced a Chosen before?
Have you?
I've faced hundreds. I've killed hundreds. I've watched hundreds get back up, and then I've killed them again.
I have been following the Shining God's words, and that is for me to recruit as many as I can and grow our numbers so we are strong in this city. Of all the cities that need many members, this is the city.
That is true, Gordon. That is very true. But it's also true that when we're facing against these Chosen, there will be casualties and there will be chaos. Look at Geldspar, for instance. Our great benevolent leader, Father Matthews, ran into them there, and those horrible Chosen caused the whole town to burn down. Those innocent people.
It was a tiny town.
But any of these interactions with these Chosen, it leads to chaos. And unfortunately, where I go, I will bring this chaos. There's also been an interesting development.
And what is that?
I have successfully passed the job interview to be the Chief of Police of Sanctuary.
That's what you've been doing behind my back.
It was necessary.
You didn't have to do that, you know. There's already many members of the guards who are worshippers of the Shining God. They could have gotten any information you wanted to us.
Oh, that's wonderful! But what I was looking for was a good set of eyes and ears, and I heard that their detective agency had two of the best.
Ah, yes.
Unfortunately, they have a very strong sense of justice, and are very good at their job, so I needed to be their boss.
And what is it you're looking for?
Death Shift. I'm looking to find the 4 members of Death Shift and anything they hold dear and are connected to that I can use against them so that I can properly retrieve them. You see, there are memories in specifically Mr. O'Connell's mind that we need to retrieve. You see, he's a disruptor.
Oh, a disruptor.
And his multiple versions have been getting harvested, but he seems to be growing in strength, and we need to find out how, because no disruptor has avoided us like this before.
Well, brother, I have an idea.
What's that?
A few minutes ago, you were just telling me about how you've killed many chosen. Why have you not killed these ones?
Because we unfortunately need them alive. You see, Dorum is very fond of Ronnie and Borodon, and she wants them captured. And then she said we might as well capture MZ and Kelsar as well. I'm not sure what she's doing, but you know what she wants, she gets.
And how are you planning on capturing them?
I feel like I just have to get Ronnie fairly drunk. That'll be simple enough. It's the other ones that are an issue. Kelsar seems to always be around Ronnie whenever Ronnie decides to go off alone, and MZ and Borodon seem to always have their wits about them. So, I need to lull them into a sense of security, find out what they hold dear, and then attack. And in order to do this, I've enlisted the help of the 2 brightest detectives of Sanctuary, and they're going to get me information on Death Shift and the people they come in contact with, because they're not members of the congregation, and so there will be no suspicion on them.
Well, I have heard something through one of the members of the church.
What's that?
I believe that Borodon was looking for his father.
Oh. Him. Did they say anything else?
No, that's all they heard.
His father... He's in Waterdeep at the moment. Also being a thorn in our side with a few members of the Silver Shield. But maybe we could use him. Thank you for letting me know that, Gordon. You've been most helpful. I've brought you a gift, actually.
And what is the gift?
The old chief of police. I've made him a little bit better for you, though. Come in, Drogon. I decided that I really love the sea, and this dwarf was continuously getting in my way. Did you actually know the few times I tried to recruit him or even warp his mind, he was resistant to it the whole time? I was really impressed, so I decided that I would just go through, cast the ritual, and turn him into this strange, crab-like monstrosity. But he's very powerful. He'll help defend here.
It seems like the stronger the mind, the more that comes out of that ritual.
Very much so. He's no ordinary little ghoul. Instead, we have this strange, deep one. Gordon, what are you planning next?
Well, after I clean up your mess, I'm planning on controlling supplies in and out of the city. We are controlling the food supply.
Perfect.
If we can control the food and water, I believe that it'll give us the upper hand.
I like the way you think. That's perfect. One other thing that might be helpful is, have you taken a look at the poor and the homeless that live in the maze? I was just there recently, and there's a lot of them, and they will do a lot for a nice warm place to sleep and a belly full of food.
Ah, That sounds perfect.
I'd say so. Let me know if I can help you in any way from the detective agency, or if you need me to send some guards to do some things. Right now, I'm going to be changing their routes and avoiding all of our main points of congregation to allow for an easier gathering.
That sounds wonderful.
And don't you worry, I already have the wanted posters for those 4 set up. We'll be distributing them tomorrow.
I'll have members of the church spread them around.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Gordon. And thank you for being so understanding.
May the shining God gaze upon you.
And may they gaze upon you. Bye, Drogon. Have fun.